with Dan Gore, who's come all the way from Portsmouth. So basically, going to be doing a little live lesson today on quad. Aim of today's session is basically to work predominantly on driver. We're going to do a little warm up with some 7 irons, just get them hitting the ball. Then we're going to work on driver and see if we can find out what's going on.
Yeah. Excellent.
Cool. Yeah, so your path is averaging 3 degrees from the inside, from in to out, and your face to path is marrying up to that. Pretty much every shot you fit so far, the club face is closed, which is fine as long as it's controlled.
Yeah.
So as long as you're not seeing numbers like 6.8, 4.8, 6.9, they're a little too much. 2.6 would be about as far as you would want to be going in terms of keeping control of the shot, staying in control of the shot, and staying in control of the distance as well. Because obviously when you're closing down the face, it's going to go further, dynamic lofts down as well. I mean, that club path is not scary at all. So your path is actually quite good. For an iron, obviously being quite central in your stance, path generally speaking will be more from the inside anyway. Yeah. The further forward you push the ball position, so with your driver, when you begin to push the ball position further forward, you should start to see a slightly different path. So generally speaking, most people, obviously it depends on sort of how they swing through. So some people at exit sort of really feeling like they're extending that through, then in that case pushing the ball forward isn't actually going to change the path. But most people, if you sort of swing it on an arc, so you're swinging it on an arc like that, so you're kind of coming on the inside, getting to the ball, then coming on the inside again. Obviously if you push the ball position further forward, you're then going to be starting to swing it more to the left. Yeah. So we'll probably see a slightly squarer club path with driver, but it'll be interesting to compare that. Just purely looking at your iron little warm up there, I would be mainly concerned about face to path, that would be it. And just slightly, my one other slight concern would be your angle of attack. I'd like to steepen that up just a fraction. If the ball's here, and you're trying to bottom out with an iron, you're trying to like almost bottom out after the ball a little bit. Obviously, if your angle of attack's really shallow and you're coming in like this, if you're bottoming out here or even here, it's quite likely that you might just catch the ground before the ball, or you might miss the ground completely and catch it thin. Yeah. So just by steepening up that point, almost over-exaggerate and turn it into a V, it just means that you'll be able to find a more consistent spot to strike the ball, basically.
It's only something that I'd mention because we've seen his ball flight. We know that he overdraws the ball. We've also seen that he's consistently closing the club face. His face to path is consistently around 5 degrees close. So say that right hand is definitely in need of changing. And then just looking throughout the swing, got a slight overswing, but times it quite nicely as he gets through to the ball. You can just see through the hitting zone here, hands are just a fraction active. And then get into this position here. Just a tiny bit of flipping, which is common, but if we can just quieten that off a little bit. Again, just a slight angle. I'd like to see just a little bit more compression going through the ball there. But all in all, swing is looking pretty nice from this angle. Okay, so looking at Dan's down the line swing, obviously having seen his strike and ball flight, first thing I'll be able to say is that he's got quite a big distance away from the ball. So that's why we've got him to stand slightly close to the ball. It's just going to help with the toe strikes that he's got. Watching him on the way back, he takes it slightly on the inside, but you will see as he comes back into the ball, he does recorrect that, and his path isn't too far from the inside, so he's driving from the inside quite nicely. does just have a tendency to slightly overflip it, which is why we're looking to just change his grip over. But all in all, they're a pretty damn solid swing.
That right hand's kind of a little bit under there, a little bit strong, which wouldn't be a problem if your club face was square at impact. So I wouldn't be changing that. But because it's strong, that makes me want to just move it over a little bit, just to see if that can
just over top of it more.
Yeah, just to see if it can square up the face a little bit easier. So just feel like the right hand's slightly over. Because it should help you to control your face. Yeah? That's way better. Yeah, that's definitely different. I reckon that was open there. 4.7 open, so just by tweaking that. So we've definitely found something there. That's had the best.
Yeah, definitely. And
best impact improvement there. So all we've done, literally, haven't changed a lot there. We tried working on his path. That didn't make any difference. He was about 3 degrees averaging from the inside. We tried making him feel like he was swinging it a little bit to the left, exiting left. Club face was still closed. Weakened off his right hand. Seen his first face to path open, 4.7 open. So you've probably done that a little bit too much there.
Yeah.
But definitely the 2 ones where you've had a slightly weaker grip, we've seen a much better face to path there. So we're going to move to the big stick now. He's got the RBZ TaylorMade. Lovely, lovely driver. 9 degree tall, set at, what is it set at? 10.5, did you say?
I think so, yeah.
10.5, yeah, set at 10.5. Let's just give this one a bash. So this is the main purpose of today's session, is to try and fix the driver, get the driver under control. So just keep the grip as is for the moment, don't weaken it off. Let's see what the numbers are like with this, yeah? What sort of distances can you get going?
Anywhere, if you hit it well, and it's a fairly straight, anywhere between sort of 275, 290.
Yeah.
Around that. Well, a couple on the range that have been touching 300.
Yeah. Need to get you involved with mine and Barnsley's long drive challenge.
Yeah.
Come down here for one of them. So that's something that I would expect. Pretty similar to my numbers actually. I'm about 2 degrees into out. Usually when I'm swinging the ball well, I'm swinging the club well, I'm usually about 2 degrees into out my irons and about 1 or 2 degrees out to in. It's usually quite a big shift if you've got like a nice kind of arc on your swing. It'd be quite a big shift between irons and drivers if your ball position's correct. Ball come out the toe. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's generally where.
So I think if we're to look at your shot dispersion in a second, we'll see where your driver waves are coming from. Face to path, pretty much all of them are closed. Also, they're coming high out the face, so generally when they're high out the face, you're going to reduce backspin, unless it's really high out the face, you're going to reduce the backspin. So generally, like a high toe is going to get a lot of curvature. You're going to get you're going to lose a lot of control on the ball if you're hitting it too far high out the face and too far out the toe. And then with it being closed as well, with an out to in swing path, what I'm probably going to see is starting left at target or left to target with a lot of curvature to the left. So you're not going to have a lot of control over it with those numbers, which is good because that's something that you find anyway.
Yeah.
So it's good that you haven't come to me today and just been absolutely ripping it on. I can't see anything wrong. We can definitely see something wrong, and it's not too difficult to fix. One thing I used to do, I used to hit a lot of shots out the toe. And I just literally crept slightly close to the ball and just felt like I was set marginally at the heel.
Yeah.
It just gave me confidence. I was struggling hitting out the toe and getting kind of quick hooks basically when I hit it out the toe. So it's almost like a confidence thing really, just by setting up a little bit at the heel, I felt like a heel shot's not going to be destructive for me. I would just say we want to touch again on face. So we've seen similar face problems, not quite as drastic, but there's a few there: 4.5 close, 1.4 close, 1 close. Any of these numbers that are closed here, really, with an out to in swing path, we want to see them open.
Yeah.
Definitely want to see the face open every time you're hitting a shot. If we look at ball flight numbers, 56 yards left, 102 yards left, 61 yards left, 61 yards left, 11 yards left, 31 yards left, 96 yards left. If we were to take that out to golf course playing any sort of tight golf course, you've got, out of 8 drives there, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.5. Yeah, 5.5 drives really.
On a different course.
On a different course, yeah. or certainly needing to reload.
Over the road. Yeah.
Needing to reload. So we can definitely improve on that. Go by like the PGA manual. You could literally say, you're over swinging it. Your left foot's coming off the ground. Your takeaways on the inside. There's all sorts you can do. And what is that? If I was to change all that, what is that going to cause at impact for you? Devastation, probably. You're going to hit it all over.
Following those like PGA textbook guidelines, your body shape's certainly not going to swing anywhere near the same as my body shape.
No.
I've got a lot to go around.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. And it's the same when I coach an 80-year-old.
Exactly.
They haven't got the same flexibility that you have. So I think obviously Dan hit it slightly off the face, lowering the tee down from what we were using. We were using like a pink castle tee height, probably a little bit too high for you. Lower strike down on the face, you'll already gain some control anyway. So just lowering the tee I think is going to help you. Yeah, what I want to do is just weaken off this right hand here to get it much, much weaker. It's feeling a little bit uncomfortable, yeah? And from that position there, so he's turned over his right hand. It was a little bit underneath the grip, underneath here, so just by turning over the right hand, it's in a better position now. You should be able to control the club face a little bit better. So I think your destructive shot is where you hit it at the toe and the face is closed. You know the ball's going to be starting left and going left with your path. So as long as we can keep shots coming out the centre or even fractionally towards the heel, I think we're going to be safe. Toe strike is going to be your downside driver, really your destructive shot. Is it good to see this all kind of live rather than just on a...
Yeah, no, it is. It's like I say, it's weird being here after watching so many videos.
Yeah, I bet, yeah.
But yeah, no, it's good to see all the numbers and then like you making changes and seeing those numbers change.
Yeah.
I'd say with a drive range going to it keeps you like basic sort of carry, distance, change.
Yeah.
But actually seeing like the
Face numbers.
face the path,
Yeah.
which obviously makes probably the biggest difference.
To the ball direction, yeah.
How to change that and then changing it and seeing the difference in the numbers.
Yeah. Just seeing how the swing change affects the numbers.
Yeah, and that gives me confidence to go away and kind of, if I do need to make a tweak on something, what you've kind of shown me, I know whether it's kind of week to week or just move it back a little bit.
So it's about practicing and fine tuning it then, isn't it?
Yeah. And like I say, seeing the numbers and what you've shown me gives me the confidence to be able to go away and play with it.
Yeah.
Rather than changing things that I've got no idea what I'm doing, and just a case of, I'll just change that and see what happens.
Yeah.
Actually having
not
a little
knowing
bit of knowledge behind it.
Yeah, having the knowledge. So what a lot of people will do is they'll just work on things in practice that they're not sure that's even the correct thing to be working on.
No.
So it can not only be a waste of time, but it can actually be counterproductive.
I mean that's me to a tech. I'll go onto the range and I'll try holding different grip, really strong, moving the ball further forward to try and get a higher ball flight or catching it and mooring it up.
It's not
but
just
then when I come to the course
and
I've got that fairway in front of me, it always reverts back to what I was doing before.
Yeah.
Because you don't have that massive wide fairway.
Yeah,
and it's your ball you're hitting.
Yeah.
Whereas actually knowing, I'd say, given that little detail you give me about the grip and knowing how the face to path changes it.
And how you'll face the path consistently
I'll
is.
have more confidence going into the range to practice what I've been taught today.
You probably didn't know before today that your face the path was closed,
No.
for example.
I would have said it'd be wide open.
So there you go.
Yeah, but I think then going away and practicing that will give me the confidence to take it onto the course.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I've seen the figures and I've seen how it's changed it.
Exactly.
rather
And
than
I'll
just-
send you all the videos.
Yeah.
I'll send you all the videos through, yeah.
That's a bit strange.
Brilliant. Boom time now, isn't it? Boom time. That's what we want to see. Maybe my draw. Okay, so Dan, just as a quick review, haven't actually got really a lot to work on, so everything's looking pretty functional. Just looking from this angle here, yeah, if you get set up for the ball for me, we've just moved that ball position slightly further back from where it was, so it was just outside the left foot. We've now just brought it into left heel, yeah?
Yep.
That's just going to help your angle of attack. It was a little too much on the up, okay? So just by bringing that ball position slightly further back, we're in a better position to strike the ball. And you're not going to bottom out and hit the ground before the ball, yeah? And then the other thing that we've worked on is just weakening off that right hand to control the club face.
From
over there to there. That's it, correct, yeah. So combined with those two things, that's all we've worked on, and that is actually going to follow suit into the irons as well.
Yeah.
It's going to be the same with the irons. So we found a similar problem, just with irons it's going to be less damage, shall we say.
Yeah.
So
And also
you're going to find
being a little bit closer to the ball, so setting up further up the hill.
Absolutely, yeah, you're absolutely right. So just by setting up marginally out the heel and feeling like you're still a little bit closer to the ball, we found your destructive shot was the toe strike.
Yeah.
So if we can have your bad shot as a heel strike, shall we say, that's not going to be nearly as destructive as the toe strike. So that's what we sort of want to go away with, is trying to make your destructive shot less destructive. Yeah, makes sense? So some pretty simple fixes for Dan there. Happy with the results?
Yeah, very happy.
Looking better, isn't it?
Yeah.
Definitely looking better. And it's just amazing, like, some people overcomplicate things when they're in their practice. They think, oh, it must be this, it must be that. Change their grip, change their stance, change their body alignment, try and change the swing path, take away those types of things. It can quite often be a simple fix. So you're best off going to see your local pro, just getting it checked up, so at least you've got the knowledge, you know what the problem is then.
Or even you're not so local pro.
Or you're not so local pro, come from Portsmouth, and on my giveaway, make sure you enter the giveaways, you can get free lessons. I'll probably be doing one on Sound Putt Lab soon, so got another chance to win another one. Alright, mate?
Definitely.
Excellent.
Cheers, James. Much appreciated.
Yeah, good stuff. Nice one.